Elementary Community Church service. What a difference in the weather, huh?
Yeah.
August 6th, for the ones that were here, what a delightful night. Good Lord bless us with probably one of the most beautiful days we had all year. 70 degrees, moderate breeze, just absolutely gorgeous. I think he's got something planned with the wind that he sent today. Timing is everything. 2 days ago, you know, Thursday night we'd been here, we'd be sitting outside, and tomorrow night I think we'd be sitting outside. Wasn't meant to be for tonight. Just a little old business from our last event. If you remember, my talk that night was on imagination. Just wanted to throw one more thing out there on that. A certain gentleman made a quote once, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." That came from Albert Einstein. So remember, we really need to use our minds. God gave us a mind to use. Use its imagination to serve Him and to serve others. Another thing from our last event was Terry Lancaster gave a prayer at the end for world affairs, the election that was coming up, and just wanted to follow up on that a little bit. Since our election is over and Mr. Trump has won, there's been a lot of scuttle already going on. This was written, and I think it's something that just needs to be said, and you can take it from there. I'm not sure the exact author, but here's how it goes. In less than 24 hours since Trump was named president-elect of the greatest nation on this earth, it's become apparent he's been given far more credit than he's due. There's anguished cries of, "How will my children grow up knowing not to discriminate?" or "How can I look my daughter in the eye and tell her that she has no purpose?" Really, really, America, we are giving him that much credit. He's a mere mortal man. He's getting far more credit than he deserves, especially considering that he hasn't even taken office yet. Trump does not have the power to mold our families. That is our flat-out responsibility to do. That's not the President of the United States' job. It's not anybody else's job. That's our job to do that. Your children will learn to love or hate. They will be respectful or disrespectful. They will be wise or foolish, not by the character of who's ever in the White House, but by the family in their own homes. May I submit to you that your sons and daughters will be far more influenced by their teachers, coaches, 4-H, FFA scouts, and their church group leaders than they ever will be by a man on TV. Most of us, our work ethic came from our parents. Our perseverance has come from our parents and our families. We just have to remember that. Should those in the public spotlight conduct themselves in an honorable fashion with utmost integrity? Absolutely. However, it is not the responsibility of Miss America or the NFL or the President to set the example of moral conduct. It is not the government's responsibility to ensure American children have a good example. It is our responsibility as American citizens to ensure that we lead our youth in showing what is right and honorable. If we use God and we use our heads, then we will teach them and show them what needs to be done. We can't, it doesn't matter whether Bush was in office, Obama's in office, or Trump's in office. Those people are not the ones responsible for how we're going to show America what needs to be done. It is up to us. Secondly, it is only a lie that one man in Washington can determine another person's future. We just have to trust ourselves and show America that it is our responsibility through God and with ourselves that we teach American kids what needs to be done. Thank you. I want to start tonight's service with a prayer. I follow a group that's called Outdoor Men on a Mission. Gentleman starts every day with a prayer on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, if you're a Facebook user, search for Outdoor Men on a Mission. He has a consistent theme most of the time. Here was this morning's prayer. My Lord, my God, mighty creator of heaven and earth, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Good evening, Father. Thank you. Thank you for the gift of this glorious day. Thank you for the gift of my life. Thank you for the gift of your living word that helps guide and direct my life. Thank you for saving me, a sinner, flawed and weak. Thank you for your unconditional love, for your forgiveness of my sins, and for your soul-saving grace. Thank you for the many earthly angels you have sent to touch my life with a message from you. Thank you for my loving family, for my amazing friends, and for my neighbors. Thank you for the lessons of yesterday and for the lessons waiting tomorrow. Thank you for the many opportunities daily to serve you and your kingdom. Thank you for the many blessings you bestow upon me daily. Father, as I go forth into this day, may I be a vessel of your love and grace. May I be a light unto the pathway to you. May I be a messenger of your living gospel. May I be a difference in the lives of others. May I bring you honor and glory in and through my mere words and actions. May I be, O Lord, Father, hear my prayers, concerns, as I lift them unto you. You know them by name and need as you know my heart. Into your loving and healing hands I place them. In your most holy and saving name I pray. 4 things that he concentrates on almost daily is one is giving thanks, the other is forgiveness, and about spreading the Lord's word and how to touch and help others, which are all things that we need to be doing every day, especially as good Christians. My 10 minutes are up yet, are they? My 10 minutes officially start right now. Another good evening. Yes, our seasons have started to change. It is much cooler out, and it will continue to get much cooler. But 40 degrees out does not feel all that bad to me. Excuse me. I'm not sure if you know it or not, but my body temperature runs about 20 degrees warmer than everybody else's. That's why I don't usually have a coat on. You can just ask Jean. She'll attest to that, especially on nights where we're sitting in the house and she's half frozen. I can't wait to get to a window. I believe the Lord purposely put me that way. I believe He stuck one of my feet in hell so that I would feel that heat. And He's trying to tell me, Jeff, you do not want to bring that other foot along. So I hope I don't find that fiery furnace anytime soon. The one thing that I wanted to talk about tonight was gifts. We all know what season is upon us, the holiday season. And when the holiday season comes, the season of gift giving. It's a major part, a major role in the Christmas season. And we all know it. If you have grandkids, kids, nieces, and nephews, there will be toys to purchase. And I'm sure some of you husbands out there, Ryan, have probably been putting a little money away, waiting to get that nice piece of jewelry for your wife for Christmas. Or you've been putting away for that hunting gear or fishing tackle that you really think you need. Regardless of what you've been doing, it is the gift-giving season. But here's a special gift that we need to discuss. And these are the gifts that God has given us. Gifts that He has given us to use every day every day and all year long, just not during this season. And these are important gifts. These are gifts that He has given us so that we can give them to others. That's what the word gift means. It means to give. Matthew 25:23 says, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in handling this small amount, so now I will give you many more responsibilities to celebrate. Let's celebrate together." Matthew 25:25 goes on to say, "I was afraid and went and hid your talents in the ground. Look here, here's what you gave me, here's what you have back." God has given us many talents and many gifts to pass on. I think somewhere in our minds, as believers, we think that serving the Lord is work, or it's drudgery, or it's hard or difficult to do, or it's just not fun. That's just not the case. The glory of heaven is not the rewards we will receive. It is the fact that we will. It's not the fact that we will sing with the angels, or be able to talk to the apostles, or even able to communicate with loved ones who have gone before us. The greatest joy of heaven is Jesus, that we will be with Him and will be with Him forever and never separated again. That should make us, with our gifts and working for the Lord, that should make that time joyous and fun and not hard work at all. As in the first scripture from Matthew, that person went out and used his gifts, and he used them wisely. And he brought back his master more than what he was given to watch. And his master was thankful. And that's the same way with Jesus. If we take the gifts that God has given us and we go out there and use them wisely and to help others, He will reward us the same way. As in the second scripture, that young man did nothing with his gifts. He was given gifts, but he did nothing with them. And his master was not pleased. It's not that he did a bad thing, but he did nothing at all. And the Lord will be the same way. He wants us to use those gifts. And by not using them, He just won't be pleased. He wants us to go out and use them. Many of you are probably wondering what those gifts you have are. If you spend time with Him, spend time talking to Him, spend time reading with Him, He will tell you. He has put that Holy Spirit in you. He has put that Holy Spirit in all of us. And that Holy Spirit will give you and guide you and tell you what you need to be doing. Use them to bring you closer to Jesus. Every one of us here, and I'm omitting no one, everyone here has those talents. Your gift of talking, your gift of giving, either financially or with your time and talent, whether you're a mechanic or an artist, whether you use your hands, whether you're a physical person, you use your head, it doesn't matter. You've got the gifts. There are gifts that you have. And we need to be using those gifts to spread the Lord's word and be helping others every day. It's possible that each of us could have saved a soul or a lost one. Believers will come empty-handed before the Lord one day. And they will say, well, you know, Lord, I was just really busy. I didn't have time to do those things, the extra things you wanted me to do. I'm glad I got here. I'll see you later. Or do you want to end up in that special place in front of the Lord someday and hear Him say, well done, my faithful servant. Thank you. We have do a tune for us? One song. If it's good enough, maybe we'll let you play two. I only know two songs. We'll have the whole thing done before the end of the evening then.
I appreciated the prayer that Jeff read, in which the prayer is expressing gratitude to God for all that God has given to us and done for us. Not the least of which is people like us who gather together to worship. When we come together, it is appropriate, and in fact, it is expected that we thank God for all that God has done and continues to do day and night. Matter of fact, the name of the song is All Night